The people of Roscrea have been protesting a plantation centre at the Racket Hall. Roscrea have already taken in asylum seekers in their hundreds. And just like the majority of towns in Ireland, all the services are already overstretched and in crisis. For example, it can take weeks just to get a doctor's appointment. But now, within the last hour and as we speak, the state enforcers that are the Gardaí have moved protesters out of their way to facilitate the plantation.
This has been peaceful up to now and very good.
And the bike and the thing getting in front. So I need to take that car up and fucking walk out.
That's one and stop
And
That's disgusting. Is that the democracy they talk about when they talk about democracy? Is that the communication they talk about when they talk about communicating with towns and villages? The state has gone rogue. They'll tell you it's going to be for women and children and families, and they might bus in a few women and children and families, but they'll switch them out over the coming month or two. Wait and see, that's what they always do. They'll tell you we have legal obligations. Well, we don't. It's on a voluntary basis, and we can opt out at any time. And they'll also tell you about our moral and human rights obligations. Well, what about the human rights of the people in Ireland that are on hospital waiting lists? The over 1 million of them. The over 4,000 children that are on mental health waiting lists. The over 13,000 homeless. Or the human rights of some people in some cases that are waiting weeks to see a doctor. And that's only mentioning a few of the issues and problems. And what about our right to be safe in our own country? For our women and children to be safe? Most of these males that are coming into the country are destroying their documentation en route. Now, why would one do that unless you had something to hide? But why would one that's fleeing persecution and violence leave their women and children behind? Oh yeah, that's right, because they're not. The state and the ruling classes don't care, and neither do their buddies, because there's too much money to be made off state-sponsored and glorified human trafficking.